What are you most closely watching right now regarding ongoing disruptions?
Yeah, I think it came up in the last call a bit, but two issues out of the Gulf at the moment, and I think the Strait of Hormuz and the disruptions in the Red Sea, and watching this closely because what's interesting is that often when a choke point is disrupted, it quietly assumes that another one is still open. But at the moment, we're getting a double whammy, and it's more than double the pain. So, trying to reroute around the Strait of Hormuz, you sort of feel like businesses can lean on the Red Sea, but both are disrupted, and that fallback sort of disappears. So the effects that we're seeing and hearing from businesses that they're compounding rather than just adding up.
So what kind of disruption do you think there would be if based on the Red Sea, if both of these choke points were truly closed? So not just the Strait of Hormuz, but then there's also not passage in the Red Sea. What would that look like from a true disruption standpoint?
I mean, massive. Even now, I know there's still ships going through, but some analysts have talked about it. It's one of the biggest disruptions of all time, and even bigger than Russia, Ukraine, and COVID. And what that means is it's putting a lot of tension on other choke points or other routes rather. And we're seeing this with the transiting around the Cape of Good Hope. So it's not just that's just not more days at sea, which is one cost, but it's roughly 3 weeks of additional travel time each way between Asia and Europe, which increases fuel consumption. Others that businesses are telling us is the impact on insurance, working capital tied up in cargo that's now weeks longer in transit, and the fact that alternative routes are already degrading. And so, for example, cargo insurance has jumped from 0.6 to as much as 2% plus a war risk premium on top of that. So, and even the ports around the Cape, they've got record increases, so over 100% increases that they're seeing, which is significant in and of itself. But they don't have the infrastructure to be able to deliver the necessary services for that increased traffic throughout. And this infrastructure isn't just built in days. It's built in years, built through years. I mean, one food and drink company we're working with reported that, so it's not just the cost, but they reported to us that containers are not consistently landing at the intended ports that they're going to. So that's what I mean by, these alternative routes are sort of constantly degrading.